It is a very good summer day. Temperatures expected to touch 29 degrees as India and Australia come together for day 3 of this test match. Remember, it's a Border Gavaskar Trophy. It's at the moment knocking on Australia's door at 2-0. 108 for 1. If you ignore that 530 ever happened, 108 for 1 is a very good start to the innings, and that's what India will have to focus on. But right down at the bottom is a line that will have troubled them all night yesterday. 422 runs behind. Murali Vijay is 55 now. Are you a big fan of both batsmen walking out together? Or are you okay as soon as you enter the field for one man to be away on his own? Because we saw one batsman about 20-30 yards ahead of the other. But now they're together. 55 not out. Test averages just started to get into 40, which is the first sieve between the good players and the also-rans. .48 looks very good, but you've got to read into the numbers. You've been showing the numbers of Pujara all along. Don't want to sound negative, but that's a number you want to look at. 30 outside of India. First ball, day 3.
Such a huge ground. It almost looks like this game is in complete slow motion.
Oh, early! Of all the things India didn't want to happen on the morning, this was it. What do you say about a man who put down a simple one and caught one very early in the morning? The spirit underneath those caps would be high.
Well, this is an absolute super catch. Full stretch to his right. Unbelievable. The reaction of Shane Watson in the background there. He's caught a miracle.
I think he thought he had it covered and then realized he had to make the extra effort, but found the elastic. India have lost Pujara early on. It's 108 for 2. Player injured or player down. Start of a new day. Virat Kohli comes out early. I think he is aware that that is very much a work in progress batting average there. 32 is a lot of matches. There was an era when 32 was a long career in Test cricket. But this is something I'd love to get Matthew Hayden to talk about. Lets the first ball go through, but once again Virat Kohli is standing a good 8 to 12 inches outside his crease. That's his right foot. Successful over to start off with. 108 for 2. First runs. Maybe 3. Will be 3.
Jot. It's a good sharp stroke. It's been a feature of Virat Kohli's play throughout the Australian summer. Willing to get onto the front foot and play through the covers. It's a good sign for me. You just saw Murali Vijay do the same as well down the ground for 3.
Oh, that's a great shot up front. Just, I think a lot of batsmen, Matthew, talk about punch, isn't it? There's a lot of punch in that shot.
Well, I think where Virat Kohli is different to, I think, the majority of Indian players over the years is that he transfers his weight into the ball. Yes, he commits to the ball on the front foot.
Well played too. One of the things they always tell you is start dragging your bat from about a couple of feet outside. The last thing you want is for the bat to be over, but not grounded. That's well played, isn't it?
It is well played. And it's a good sharp piece of fielding as well from debutant Joe Burns.
Oh, he's hitting it beautifully this morning. It's making a very pleasant sound if you're a lover of batting from the bat.
That's exactly right. That sound is just amazing. As too is his technique. So still. Batsman that you really stand up and want to go see. Players make it look so effortlessly. Sachin Tendulkar over the years used to be exactly that way. It's streaky. We haven't seen too much of that this innings. 128 for 2.
Well, he did play it a little squarer, but he played it in the gap again. Longer part of the ground, so another 3. Contemplated a 4th. Wasn't there. Oh, this is an excellent contest. The punch on that shot. Virat Kohli is batting like he set the bowling machine to where he wants it to be. I think you've seen 3 shots that you'll remember at the end of the day already.
This is something that I will remember. There's no doubt about it. This is a masterclass in cover driving. This is a very good ball too. Very, very good ball here from Ryan Harris. It's a frustrating game, isn't it? Good corridor, just leaving him. He won't be discouraged by that. Going pretty hard at the ball. He's playing away from his body.
Oh, he's actually done well to ensure that it didn't reach the keeper.
Has been troubling him with this short ball now. I think he's got a bit of luck there, which you need obviously as a batsman. I think his glove actually stopped it from travelling too far. Yeah, his thumb, which has copped the pounding, is actually...
Oh, now we did say earlier on in the previous over that when he bowls that bouncer straight, that is the dangerous part of his game. It's 2 completely different bowlers at either end.
It's a really good point you make, and it's exciting to watch, isn't it? You've got someone that really, as they say, oh, that hurts, doesn't it? You can hear it rattling like a drum.
Very good shot. That's Test cricket at its best. Peppered by the short stuff in the previous over, and the moment it's pitched up, the feet were right there, and he hits it through covers. 4 more to him, 4 more to India.
Oh, this is class. Just look at the balance, the head, the foot, now the hands, and hit it right in the middle.
Oh, that's a superb shot. It's come out so well from his bat this morning. Just taking up the pace, Watson. Virat Kohli will come back for the second.
He almost missed the middle there. He hit that right smack bang in the middle.
Outside edge, Shane Watson strikes. A loose shot from Murli Vijay. Good pressure bowling from Australia. They've kept it tight, and Murli Vijay plays a loose shot. Good seam position, just a bit of bounce, and a good catch at first slip by Shaun Marsh.
Oh, we've just built him up and how good he was, and what's done him is a lack of pace. He goes, he's played beautifully, 68 off 135 balls. India 147 for 3.
It's 130 kilometers an hour. Successful over for him, 147 for 3. Shot pulled away. He's a good puller, Ajinkya Rahane. Gets a lot of time on the back foot, and he will come back for the 3. Gets him off mark. Very good shot. Feet right forward. Another boundary to Virat Kohli. He doesn't need to run. Takes him into the 30s.
Morning, Saurav. Good morning, everyone. It's been a very good hour, first hour for Australia this morning. They had a good hour, but Virat Kohli is on fire this.
Good shot, good stride forward. 3 runs for Ajinkya Rahane. Short delivery, and that'll go to the boundary. All the time in the world for Virat Kohli. Loves getting hundreds. His conversion rate is fabulous in both forms of the game. All the time. Just swivels on his feet and puts it into the gap. Outside edge. That'll go to the boundary. We'll have to wait and see, trying to play the big cover drive, outside edge. Has it gone in between Healy and the first slip? I beg your pardon, Haddin and the first slip. Big outside edge. Yeah, it's difficult. It's got right in between both. Firm push. Yeah, another boundary. He's such a good timer of the cricket ball. Just a push and no chance for the mid-on fielder.
Nathan Lyon will be disappointed here. He's gone for some runs off this over already, but he could have had a wicket. But that's just one of those unlucky things for Nathan Lyon. 3 for 173.
Hazlewood. He will be bowling to Virat Kohli. Just 2 slips a gully. Short cover catching. Deep square leg. Yeah, very good line. Very nicely punched. Mitchell Johnson at mid-on. It's just worrying me. A good cover drive. That'll probably go all the way to the boundary. Yes, it does. The ball wins the race. But it'll keep Hazlewood interested. The big booming cover drives on this pitch. There's not much of movement. Have a look at that. Big stride forward. The bat coming through. But Hazlewood wouldn't mind that. It'll bring the slips into play sooner than later. Hazlewood. Yeah, plays down to third man this time. 4 more. Runs are coming thick and fast for India. Another boundary to finish off the over. 182 for 3 India.
Like this one. Does it run away? Yes, it does. Rahane hasn't been shy of pulling the ball today. Races to 30 of 22.
It's one of those rare poor deliveries from an Australian seamer this morning. Attempted bouncer, but just way down the line, down the leg side, and all he had to do was just help the ball on its way to fine leg.
That's cut away beautifully. Flirting with danger, but that's how Rahane plays, especially against the offies. To quickly make my point, when you're bowling outside the off stump, you bring slip into play, the keeper into play. And if the ball spins, you're also bringing forward short leg into play. That was not that shot at all.
Right up there for the drive. He just helped it towards point. The outfields are not lightning quick, so lots of threes and some fours that will run, all runs. From a distance. Couple of runs to Virat Kohli. Played well. It's a controlled shot from Virat Kohli. Australians have gone a bit short to Virat Kohli, and that brings up his 50. 200s, then 2 failures at Brisbane. This is a good 50 for Virat Kohli. He'll value this one, 213 for 3. Now this is really something that's heartening to watch. We saw it with Murali Vijay as well. He got hit on the helmet, but every time the ball's been pitched up, the front foot goes way down the pitch, something that was absolutely absent with the English players during the Ashes.
I've got a question for you gentlemen, both of you being batsmen and modern batsmen. I had the good fortune of talking to Roy Fredericks, the late Roy Fredericks in West Indies.
Oh, shot. Down the ground. Delicate touches down through third man. What a player.
This partnership has just rattled along. 74 runs off 88 balls. After India lost 2 wickets this morning. A slight concern for Australia, this partnership coming together. These are two class players, but runs being scored very quickly indeed.
End of the over, 223 for 3.
Yeah, well, I think it's a really good explanation, because people at home, I think, would probably assume that balls that were very straight would be an attacking line. Balls are hitting the stumps. This is lunchtime here, day 3, folks. It's been an exceptional session of Test match cricket. It's ebbed and flowed, as all great games of Test match cricket do. Partnership here between Virat Kohli and Rahane. Some 77 off 97 balls has been the feature at the back end of this session. So we've given a session to Australia. It's been a marginal call, I think. 60-40, we're saying. But some good early impact, which made us think that way.
Now let's see what happens as the teams gather for the post-lunch session. India have lost a couple of wickets. Murli Vijay for 68, Cheteshwar Pujara second ball for 25. But Virat Kohli has been wonderful form, 60. And what's expected to be a lovely day in Melbourne. Josh Hazlewood. We like it there, Virat Kohli. Sunil Gavaskar mentioned they run quickly between the wickets. The 3 was always on as soon as a shot was played, which allowed them to even contemplate a 4th. He's got on top of that well.
It's a very controlled cut shot.
Now, there wasn't a man deep at square leg. There's been one for a major part of the innings, but not on that occasion. So Rahane continues to be impressive. 49 from 56 balls.
Quite deliberately played over, because there was a field at the deep fine leg, but nobody on the square leg area. And this is again a half pitch, a pretty gentle bouncer, if one might call it. Not the nippy, pacey bouncer that will make the batsman think twice. And you can see from Hazlewood's expression.
Now, there's a bit of an inside edge on the pad. That means runs. That means a half century for Ajinkya Rahane's 3rd in the series.
And after 60 deliveries, this is an excellent innings. This is just the kind of support that Virat Kohli needed at the other end to play his shots. Rahane has hit 6 boundaries. This is the top-class innings.
Oh, that's a shot. Ajinkya Rahane's some pearls these from time to time. These are pearls.
He's probably played that shot often enough in the nets. Both of them play for the same franchise, and in the nets he would have played that shot of Shane Watson. Look at the way the ball is curled away. That is what happens when you play that shot.
We've got more than 200 runs batting at number 4. More runs. I really think some of the timing today has been exquisite. That'll be 3 to young Chris Rogers. It's a long run there.
Another good shot from a top-class player. No chance of Hazlewood at mid-off. He's just finished a spell. He's on course to another Test 100. How good is that? That's how he has been right throughout the day. Right forward, the bat coming through, and it just races away to the boundary. And that's the full toss we were talking about. That's scored past the cover fielder, past the mid-off fielder. Another boundary to Ajinkya Rahane.
Super placement too. It's a short cover there, and mid-off's quite deep. He's halfway and a little bit wider, but look at the gap. There wasn't a big gap there. Got it on the full with just a little shimmy down the pitch, but perfect placement.
Is that a dismissal? Yes, it is. Oh, that's gone straight through.
Wow, can you believe it? Right on the stroke of the second new ball, and as simple as they come as a caught and bowled. Nathan Lyons is usually very, very good. Can you believe that?
There it is. That's important. Arm of apology. Was really aiming at the stumps, wasn't he?
It's good to see. There wasn't anything deliberate about it. He had come down the pitch looking for a single, and there it is, the follow through, and he's thrown it back, and he's been hit maybe on the calf. Lucky, very, very lucky. He really has got to watch out for that. Johnson's trying to get him around that off stump. He's got a boundary. It's 283 for 3.
Good shot, good running, and poor fielding.
The ball will just beat the fielder, giving it chase. It's another fine boundary from Ajinkya Rahane, getting in line, and then as the ball swung a little bit into him, playing it with the swing wide of mid-on. The earlier ball he had played towards that mid-on fielder, just making that little adjustment, and look at that. For that adjustment, he gets a boundary.
And there it is, drop catch, the second one we've seen in a short space of time. Virat Kohli clearly lost a bit of concentration there. The second or the third streaky shot that he's played since that throw.
Well, this was also a good delivery, but he's jabbing at the ball. What he was doing in England, he's playing at deliveries outside the off stump, pushing hard at it. Lucky, there it is, pushing hard at that instead of playing it close to the body. Very, very lucky that he's got away with it.
Tough catch, going hard to his left.
A lot better there, getting out of that front foot as much as possible. It's a maiden over. This is good test match cricket. 287 for 3. Ryan Harris will continue. Oh, how good is that shot? There's some Indian support today. They've loved it.
Oh, this is marginally short. It wasn't short. But how quickly he picked that length, how quickly he picked that line. This is a marvelous shot. There it is, quickly transferring his weight onto the back foot. A bit up in the air because it's a new ball. It'll bounce a little bit more. But he was so quick to transfer his weight.
Gone very fine, and in modern day cricket there always runs when you play the ball fine on the leg side.
I've never understood this field. I tell you what, never understood this field. No fine leg. Even geometrically, it is a shorter distance to cover. So easy, absolutely easy.
Oh, it's gone straight up. Is Mitchell Johnson going to have the final say in the matter? No, lucky Virat Kohli.
He's in no position to play that shot, Virat Kohli. Absolutely no position. That was a bouncer angled from over the wicket, and it's around his back shoulder. was never going to be in control. This is a shot of a man who has lost all his concentration after that incident, but he's been reprieved twice. Tough one this. And then it's also affecting now Ajinkya Rahane. He's trying to play that shot very close to his body.
Runs on the offside. We know what you mean when you say on top. But yes, we thought Virat Kohli had, conquered his emotions. There were a couple of shots that he played and he left balls outside the off, so we thought he had controlled his emotions. Finally, he's got one. And that's got him 4 runs. He moves on to 96 now, Ajinkya Rahane. 307 for 3.
Flashes hard, and it goes over gully. 4 more to Ajinkya Rahane, another test 100. And how well he has played. He played positively when he walked into bat. India was in a bit of a trouble. They lost 3 for 147. And he's put up a fabulous partnership with his vice-captain. A very good 100 from a very good young player.
What a 100, Surat. That's a fantastic 100 for his team. And what a quality person too. His first 100 against Australia in one of the biggest test match arenas you're going to play in front of. In the Boxing Day test match in Australia. Huge test match. What team needed it. And he's got it quickly too. 101 off 127 balls. 13 fours. Really has played well. Well done, Ajinkya Rahane. Good work.
Hit on the up, fabulous shot, 4 more. No need to chase that. And go to the big part of the boundary. Another good over for India. 323 for 3.
Oh, a bowl. One thing Smith has to keep in mind is how am I getting them out? Now, if they decide it's short stuff to Rahane, well then go after him with the short stuff.
He hooks it in front of square. That'll go to the fence. He takes them on, Ajinkya Rahane. He is a good back foot player.
Oh, that's the goodest shot as he's played today, and he's played a lot of good ones too, Rahane. But I think it was just a bit telegraphed that it was always going to be short. It just didn't quite get it high enough, Hazelwood. And Rahane was ready for it. He's a good player at the short stuff anyway.
Yeah, this time he hits it over the slit cordon. It could work at third man by Warner. He tried that shot a couple of deliveries ago. Just followed him. Yeah, he's punched it. He wouldn't have minded that. Another 100 from Virat Kohli. Another 100 from a very good player. Third of the series. 3 in 3 test matches. Missed out in Brisbane. Gets 100 here.
Now, well played, Virat Kohli. 300s in 5 innings. A lot of Indian people here, Indian supporters at the ground here going off and going berserk and yelling, but also a lot of the Australian crowd here just clapping and saying well played. They love seeing good players play. There's the name of that familiar little flick of the wrists and a good little jump from Virat Kohli. He's earned that one, had a little bit of luck along the way, but what a 100. Came in right away early this morning, but it was a fantastic knock from Virat Kohli.
Shot again, well played. It's very comfortable there. Australia have to find a way to pick wickets. 336 for 3, and it's tea time. A very good session for India. Probably the only time in this series they haven't lost a wicket in a session. And thanks to those 2 wonderful, wonderful players. Virat Kohli not out on 104. Ajinkya Rahane not out on 111. India lead, or rather Australia lead by a session, 4.5 to 3.5. And this has been India's session. This has been Kohli Rahane's session. This has been a session of comeback from India.
Pujara, second ball for 25. Murali Vijay, 68, but two very, very high quality centuries from Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Picks the gap well and good control batting. This is where Kohli's at his best. When he gets into fist bumping mode, it's good to see, but sometimes it affects him a little more, as we saw today. Oh, was in the air briefly. 200 of the partnership comes up. It's the first time two Indians have put on 200 together this year. Well, it's been great fun to watch. There's been a lot of drama, but there's also been some fabulous batting in between.
Well, the job is not over. As far as these two are concerned, they've got to go and get the big hundreds. So as you can see, maybe just a little bit of a risk shot. There is a fielder there.
And not a single 150. That's a much more controlled shot. But well on top of that one.
This is just pointless bowling. I think this is the habit that we saw India get into in the first innings as well, in these good flat conditions when the ball gets a bit older. I think it's a good new ball strategy with a bit of protection. But as the ball gets older, this slowness of these drop-in wickets, this is really, really just money for jam.
Now this is a third consecutive short ball there. There is a bit of protection, but as you said, the ball is getting softer. It's coming onto the bat quite nicely, and this is an absolutely terrific full shot test from Virat Kohli. He's hit it in front of square, front of mid wicket, so it's like the ball's not coming onto the bat at all.
And this is where I'll be interested to see how young captain Stephen Smith reacts to this kind of bowling. The mindset of not only his, but what his side's actually got.
Sunil Gavaskar made the point about moving on from the century. It's very well made, because Virat Kohli's got 9 test hundreds, not a single 150. He's made small hundreds so far.
And this is a terrific wicket.
Oh, well. He stood there and he waited. Just like he slapped a ball that's 142 kilometers an hour.
Well, that is great anticipation. It's almost like a T20 shot. Look at his positioning. He was just waiting for it. Great anticipation. Sometimes you try and read the bowler's mind. What is he going to bowl? See, he's already made room for himself. He knew that because the previous ball was a short ball, because the field has been placed in such a manner.
Oh, while you guys debate kidneys, there's another crashing off drive out on the ground, which will make it past the rope as well. This is very, very unusual batting. It's almost like he's decided, right, I need 30 of the next 3 overs.
Well, I think he's anticipating the bouncer, because that's what Mitchell Johnson did the previous over. There were 4 half-pitch deliveries. And so he's giving himself just a little bit of room around the off stump. It's a predominantly leg side field. There is a mid-wicket, there's a mid-on, there's a deep square leg, there is a deep fine leg.
That's clobbered away as well. Mitchell Johnson has sailed past the 100 mark. 27 from his last 2 overs, is 372 for 3.
Let's play some simple cricket.
Also noticed, let's get a couple of easy runs here, that he's also a very emotional kind of leader. He shows his emotions. He throws his head back sometimes, he slaps the air sometimes. So he's still a young man. I mean, what were we doing when we were 25 and he's captaining Australia? Just 153 behind now, India. I don't think anyone had this script in mind, and there'll be more too. Now, you can see the weariness on the field as well. 379 for 3.
Really, really played well. It's a deep point, deep square leg. Trying to play it down to third man. First slip, end of the over, 382 for 3. The off spinner to continue. Australia need a wicket from somewhere. That's in the air, that's pass point. That'll go to the boundary. Another short delivery. And more runs on the square of the wicket.
Great shot, just a fraction of width. Hazel comes on, he needs to be on the money. He can't afford to give any width, he can't afford to be short. He's got to be right there, otherwise Rahane in this mood and Kohli, he'll get punished. Just treated out to one of the best fast bowlers in the world, Mitchell Johnson, on a good flat surface, a hot day.
Very good shot. That'll go all the way to the boundary. Pick the gap perfectly. It's tough time for Nathan Lyon, tough time for Australia. 4 more to Ajinkya Rahane. Takes him on to 142.
Oh, shot. That'll be 4 more. Super shot again. Just continuing these boundaries, continuing to pile on the pain for the Australians with this run scoring at such a good pace. And when you do that, it opens up so much more time in the game. There's still 20-odd overs to go today, on day 3, and 2 full days to go.
Playing the sweep shot again. He's gone. Good captaincy from Stephen Smith. He played the sweep shot, the previous delivery, went for a 4. He still didn't put the fine leg fielder behind. Went for the sweep shot again. And a much-needed breakthrough for Australia. Have a look at Virat Kohli. He walks up and taps on his back because he knows how important it was, that innings, in the context of the game.
That was a great innings. This one was just a fraction full, and it just straightened enough probably to hit the stumps. It was just picked the wrong one to do it and kept going. That was the one to go down the ground. Well played, Rahane. Sensational knock. When your team needed you, you got it. 147. Well played.
Brings in KL Rahul to the crease. Test debutant. Will be facing his first ball in Test match cricket. Gets off the mark straight away. So the ball pitches on leg stump. He flicks it towards square leg and picks up his first Test runs. That's interesting. And he's dropped him. The Australians have been very kind to the Indians in the field today. And KL Rahul. Boy, that's a lucky break.
Well, this was a predetermined shot. It wasn't a flighted delivery. He played 3 dot balls, and so he's gone out. Look at that. He was nowhere near the pitch of the ball, but he carried on with the shot. And 5 catches have been dropped by the Australians today.
What is happening? It's Rahul again on strike, and this is what he's done. This is actually shocking, to say the least, unless he's come out with certain instructions from the dressing room, but I doubt very much. It's a very strange innings from KL Rahul comes to an end. After being dropped, this is what he's done. It's come off the rough as well.
Well, this is not a good shot. He's just coming to bat. All the scoring should have been left to the senior partner, Virat Kohli, but he's out for only 3 on his Test debut, 415 for 5.
They've lost 2 quick wickets in succession. KL Rahul is caught by Hazelwood, giving Lyon his 2nd wicket. Pretty good average for somebody who bats at number 7 as a wicket keeper.
That should be a boundary. I don't know whether there's a fielder there. There is no fielder. There's a fielder more towards the left of the umpire. And then they've got that fielder at the square leg where Rahul was out caught.
Not quite a natural sweeper of the ball against the spinners. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, Murali Vijay are the guys who play that more easily. It comes easily to them, this sweep shot.
Is that an appeal? Yes, being given. We've seen him get out so many times like that. Ryan Harris, the man they head to, turn to every time.
Really unusual dismissal. MS Dhoni, such a precarious technique, but very effective. But this particular occasion, just jabbing at the ball outside off stump. It's a very happy Ryan Harris, who now picks up 3 wickets. MS Dhoni departs for 11, 430 for 6.
One of the things we always told while growing up was look at the scoreboard, add 2 wickets and see how it looks. Does it still look all right, or does it look very different? I think India needs to add a couple of wickets. It wasn't looking good. It's not looking as good. Now Ravichandran Ashwin, more orthodox player. Oh, that'll be close. Certainly beat him in the shot. Tailing back, everything's been tailing back. Certainly in line, I think, but was it doing too much? Was it another sound to it? Umpire saying missing. 430 for 6. That's the timing on that. 150 for Virat Kohli for the first time in his career. What a fine innings.
Fine innings and an incredible stroke. You know the great players, when they make a wicket, look like they're invincible on it. Seen wickets fall all around him in this last 20-30 minutes. Going on beautifully here. It's good to see him getting a big one as well.
Oh, well, has he taken it? Yes, he has. It's a bit of a slide here for India. Add those 2 in the wickets category, the game always looks different. India had to add 4. 409 when Ajinkya Rahane got out. 434 now Ravichandran Ashwin. One hand, it's a big paw there, and then a bit of the stomach, bit of hand, doesn't matter. The ball doesn't go to ground, the fielder does. And Australia storming their way back into this game. Such a lot of time left. So 434 for 7 and Ashwin without scoring. Best of 51 not out. He's at his best when he's hitting the ball hard down the ground. What does Virat Kohli do here? Game was looking different when he was batting with Ajinkya Rahane. Very different now. Well, he's got his own way of batting. And with Mohammad Shami around, something will happen. He'll 4 on that occasion.
And I'll take your minds back just to the last Test match. Had the tail have hung in there a little bit longer.
Now there will be fielders in the deep, but not on that occasion because it's been crunched beautifully. Oh, these two are going to have a chat show of their own soon.
As soon as that shot was played, that's the same word which came to my mind, Harsha. Crunched through offside. Again, a bit of verbals. What does that mean?
I think you say, man, I got some tough stickers too.
That's up and over. He's taking him on. Last ball of that over. Another boundary for Virat Kohli. 448 for 7.
Back down. Where is the umpire dusting himself?
Well, lucky he was such a fine cricketer. If he was less of an athlete, he might have copped this in the chest. Smack. Oh!
Now Kohli goes for it. He's picked his spot beautifully. Remember, he's playing these shots against probably the most feared bowler in world cricket today, bowling at 142 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, it's been quite a rivalry, hasn't it? Good to see, though, bat versus ball. Plenty of times where wickets seaming and swinging around. Oh, gee. I think he's blowing up in the wrong direction there. What's Mitchell Johnson supposed to make of that?
Now he's got the catch. Late as the shadows lengthen. Australia have got the wicket that they wanted. They're suddenly going to look at this test match very, very differently. He does bowl this ball so often. Oh, he's taken a stunner here right in front of first slip. He's not 37 years old, he's 10 years younger.
Well, it's a day of opposites for Australian fielding. They drop the easy ones and take the hard ones. I'll take a bow, Brad Haddin. At the end of the day, that is an incredible catch. And what an innings. Virat Kohli dismissed for 169. It's 462 for the loss of 8 wickets.
And India will just look back at this and say, Virat Kohli is doing most things right. He's done a lot of things right today. India wanted him batting tomorrow morning, but as you get better and better, the expectations from you rise as well. Rising is what this crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground is doing. For a wonderful innings from a young man we're going to see a lot of in the future, Virat Kohli. Shared maybe just Australia with that last ball might claim a little more in terms of equity for that session. 5-4 to Australia. What a wonderful test match this is. 462 for 8 at the end. India trailed by 68. 2 days with just 2 wickets in the hand for India at the end of day 3.